I was sitting in a doctor's office one day, and they had a lady that was sitting over in a chair here. There was another lady with a little girl on her lap. The little girl must have been about maybe 3 years old. And I was sitting across waiting to see the doctor. And this conversation started up. The lady that was by herself said, "Oh, it's a beautiful little girl you got there. What's her name?" And she mentioned the name. And she said, "How did you ever come up with that name? That's beautiful." She said, "Well, it's a long story." But she said, "You know, I didn't want any kids. I really didn't want any kids." But she said, you know, she was born, so I told my husband, "Look, you know, I had her, you know, you name her." And he come up with the name. And she said, "Oh, she's, you know, she's really cute." She said, "Well, she looks like her daddy, and her daddy's not that cute looking." And the conversation kept going on like this, and it was like, my God, here's a little computer sitting there being programmed. Now, when that child grows up and don't know why, okay, on a conscious level, that they feel unwanted or unloved. Look at the program that was put in there at that time. You know, as we're sitting in this room, if a 20-foot giant come walking through that back door and walked up to you and said, "Stand up!" Boy, you'd jump up. You wouldn't question it at all. You would jump up. You would respond to that demand. And that's what we look like to children. When we say, "You're no good, you're stupid, you'll never amount to anything." You see the power of those suggestions? And these little neurons is making connections, and this is what they start believing now in their belief system. I took a book. Now, this is a form of advertisement, okay? They wanted to use this to advertise, but listen in the negative way that they did this. This is a coloring book for kids. And it says, "Hey, kids, color this Stay Well card. It's more fun than a Get Well card." Now, listen to the suggestions. Color the dots on this boy's face red. He's sick with measles. Now, he could also catch mumps and polio, tuberculosis, all the other things they start mentioning if he doesn't get his shots. Now, a child is reading all this and goes to the mama and said, "Mama, what is polio?" And the mother explains it into great detail, and the child didn't get its shot. See how it associates and identifies? And all through this little coloring book is these negative suggestions. If you don't get your shots, this is what's going to happen to you.